Okay, so this is June 15th at 2021, and this is a introspection on a vlog that I had done with the triggers. And I think I know the reason, the root of the problem of these two things that caused this to happen. My comparison. So I was comparing, my attraction. Attraction is actually a comparing. And what had happened was when I did the comparison, that that was actually for myself to deal with, not actually anybody else. We have this thing about confessing to others. This is bullshit, actually. It's really bullshit. We cannot. But there has to be a way of actually, because I shared that with Lenny, and that I had an attraction to Lisa, and this is actually wrong thinking for me. It's wrong thinking. That was my mistake, actually. That's why. Because now I made a comparison. She's attractive, and this is an idol that I actually have. It was a comparison idol. And so how did I stop myself from comparing? There is preference. I like something because I like that, and it's hard to do. But for things we can do that, but for people we cannot. I cannot, actually. I must not. And what I had done in the past, and I think I might have mentioned it in a previous video, was that I had desensitized my comparison. That even though I thought, everyone is beautiful inside, my eyes were like looking and making comparisons. And that, the world taught me that. We compare all the time, or we make preferences all the time. But I make preferences all the time. And I cannot make preferences when it comes to people, like men and women. And this is the thing I need to break. I need to break this. I need to break this for myself, and I need to break the chain. Like, I'm not presenting it to God. I'm actually breaking it. I have to break my own. I have to say, okay, this is true to me, that I believe that all people are beautiful, but my eyes have to actually stop. I have to stop comparing, because of visual. I said, oh, I'm visual, so I actually like beautiful women. Okay, but I'm not empathizing with those people, because I'm making already judgment. I'm making judgments, actually. It's making judgments on others. So for me to desensitize that, to say, okay, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, or you're beautiful and ugly, 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 and you're beautiful and ugly. And that was the way that I broke my chain. And the other thing also, for example, again, I think I actually mentioned this in a previous video, where we had pictures of every different kinds of events, and we actually, the question was, which one's the best? Which one's the best of these things? And we're making comparisons that way, or I'm making comparisons that way, and the answer was all of it. We are all sexual. I'm like, blown away. So that desensitized me from thinking that only one of those items is actually sexual. And that broke the chain as well. So it is wrong thinking. It's wrong thinking. It's not oh, we need, this is bad, and I have to actually present it to God and let him take care of it. No, it's me. I have to actually recognize it. Recognize it as comparison that needs to be broken. Okay, so yes, you have a comparison of the Bible, like, for example, God's love versus God's empathy. and we can make a comparison of that in order to make a choice. But when it comes to relationships, that is not the case. Can't make a relationship like that for women or men. Like, I had recently reconnected with another guy from high school, and all he wanted, like, I made comparisons. What's wrong with him? You know what I mean? There you go. What's wrong with him? Question, right? Rather than going and empathizing with that person and looking for to that person for who he is. He needed a friend. He needed a friend. And I wasn't there for him. And I wasn't there for, many people. Because I was making comparisons. I was making judgment. It's the thing that I just don't like. I hate it. I hate that. For objects, non-relational things, we can make comparisons. I can make comparisons with those. Because it's not relational based. It's not relational based. When it comes to relationships, I need to make a decision, or no, not make a decision. When I encounter someone, I want to see them for who they are before I make anything. Actually, no, I just want to understand them for who they are, not judge them. And do not judge, for you will be judged in the same manner and order. And that's the comparison. Comparison is an idol, actually, for me. Comparison is an idol. Judging comparison is an idol for me. And I didn't know that I had it, and I needed to present it to God, and I needed to desensitize my eyes to it. So that we are all made in the same likeness. No different. We were all made in the same likeness. No different. So there it is. That I can say, you're beautiful because you're made in the same image and likeness of God. You're beautiful and ugly. You're beautiful and ugly in the same likeness as the image of God. And I have to do that for everybody, to desensitize my eyes so that I'm not making comparisons. So there is that bridge. I'm looking at myself, that anything that's non-relational, which we kind of draw from experience, right? Which preferences do I prefer for a calculator? But when it comes time to actually, but we bring this experience across to relationships, and that is destructive. That's the problem. That's the problem with making comparisons. We do it every single day, but we do it to inanimate objects, and then we bring it over into relationships, and that's very destructive. And I didn't understand that I didn't understand that at times. Now I see it. I got kicked right now. That's what it was. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord for this moment.